Hey everybody, I'm back. I just did a tutorial for this look. It should be uploading right now. I will link to it in the bottom bar. I will also link to the giveaway that I'm holding right now, so make sure you check those out. This is probably going to be a long video because I think I have 15 different foundations. So I'm going to kind of do a quick run through of the foundation, kind of the finish, whether when I use it, whether I like it or not. And if you guys want more detailed reviews on any of these, just leave it in the comments, and then I'll try and do that. Sorry if I'm sniffling. I've had kind of a cold. So I'm just going to jump right in. I'm going to start with the ones that I keep in my kit. So I have multiple colors of these. The first one is MAC's Full Coverage Foundation, which is a cream foundation. I have this in 4 colors. This is just 2 of them. This one's in C20 and in W30. This is a really heavy, it is full coverage cream foundation. I don't know if you can see. What I do is I use a spatula and just take a little bit out and custom mix these. I also mix them with MAC's Face and Body mixing medium to shear things out. So I use these on high def shoots where, or like close-ups where you're really going to be able to see the skin because it gets rid of everything. You can also use them as concealer. I have found that this is essentially the same as MAC Studio Finish Concealer in a huge pot. So there's that. This does have titanium dioxide in it, which will cast a white cast if you aren't, if you're in like unprofessional kind of flash party studio lighting, not studio lighting. The next one is Makeup Forever's Face and Body. Now, this is the weirdest texture of a foundation that I have ever used, and I don't think you're going to be able to tell, but it kind of has this weird gel-like texture. I use these to custom mix. I use mostly this one. This one is number 36. And this one is number 1, I think. Anyways, these are super, super, super sheer. They're buildable, they're waterproof. I use these on my face in the summer because if you build up a lot, they look like skin. They stay on, they're sweat-proof, waterproof. They use these on synchronized swimmers, so, I guess theoretically you could go swimming in it. I wouldn't try, but you could. So there's that. And let's see, what else do I have here? I've talked about these before. This is the Bourjois Healthy Mix. This is 52 and 58. Obviously, I mix these together. And this is a really great kind of medium coverage, I would say. It says perfectly glowing complexion and toned skin for up to 16 hours. It does hold up pretty well if set underneath studio lights. And it's a pretty good foundation. It's more dewy finish. Oh, I forgot to tell you. This is dewy, but it dries down to, I would just say, a really natural finish. The MAC Full Coverage is pretty matte. I would set it with powder still. Yeah. So this one's kind of a dewy to satin finish, I would say, as opposed to, they're all falling, sorry guys. As opposed to the 10-hour sleep effect, which looks like this. And again, I have this in 72 and 77. This is more of a glowy kind of finish. It kind of brightens up complexion. I like to use this I use this on shoots a lot also. It's medium, but I would say it's sheer to medium, but buildable coverage. I I still have to use a concealer, etc., which I don't have to do with the MAC Full Coverage, obviously, because it's a full coverage foundation. But this is really great, especially if you have somebody with dull skin, or like if you don't get a lot of sleep. I mean, obviously it's 10-hour sleep effect, so it's supposed to kind of brighten your complexion, and it definitely does that. It's actually going faster than I thought it was going to. I'll talk about tinted moisturizers really fast. You've heard me talk about this one a lot. It's the LORAC Mercier Tinted Moisturizer SPF 20. I do not use the oil-free one because I have drier skin. If you have oilier skin, I would suggest using the oil-free one. This was the only thing I used as foundation for about the first 4 years that I wore makeup. I swear by it. It has SPF 20, which is really great for, you know, summer. I still use a sunscreen underneath. Well, actually, my primers, most of them have sunscreens, to make sure that you keep protected, etc., etc. So there's that one. This one comes in tons and tons of colors. In the summer, I am bisque, and in the winter, I am between porcelain and nude, just to give you guys an idea. This is also a really great way if you are paler and trying to add a little bit of color. This tinted moisturizer is a really great way to go. It is pricey. I think it's $42 in the States, and something similar to that it's actually more expensive in euros. And so that is that. But you can go, I would say, 1 shade darker. You could go 2, but you'd have to really blend and be sure that everything, you know, looked smooth. So there's that. And then the other one is the one that I've been using all the time. It's what I'm wearing today. It is the Givenchy, I can never remember this, Hydra Sparkling Tinted Luminous Moisturizing Cream. And this one only has an SPF of 15 in it. But I love the coverage of this one. The LORAC Mercier one has coverage. I mean, they're tinted moisturizers, so they're obviously not meant to, you know, cover if you have uneven skin tone or problem areas. I would stay away from tinted moisturizers. Or, I mean, if you just don't care, do whatever you want. This one has more pigment to it, I find. I think this doesn't come in very many colors. I am number 1. And it's kind of funny because the directions just say apply in the morning. Whatever. But anyways, so these are 2. They're both pretty pricey, I'm not going to lie. I know that there are drugstore tinted moisturizers, but the thing is that I have super sensitive skin, and so I really have to be careful with what I use, and I haven't broken out ever with either of these 2. And in fact, when I'm using other foundations and I break out, I immediately switch back to one of these. This one is 50 milliliters, and this one is 40 milliliters, so you actually get more in this tube, even though it doesn't look like it. And a little bit goes a long way with this one, actually. It's super moisturizing. I set it with a powder. That's what I'm wearing today. I just really love it. Then I will, oh, this one's kind of like a tinted moisturizer, I guess. This is the Perfekt Skin Perfection Gel. And the best way I can use, the only thing I can use to describe this is it's kind of like the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, but thicker. I'm going to try, I've used a lot of this. Yeah, and it's kind of, hold on, I haven't used it in a while, so it's kind of like gloopy. Okay, so there you go, there it is. You can, I don't know if you're going to be able to see, it's like really thick. And this really is, I mean, they call it a perfection gel, and that's really all it's going to do. I sometimes use this, so I mean, you can't really tell. But it evens out skin tone just a little bit. It's kind of like using a tinted primer, I guess. You can use this as a primer, but you have to be really careful with what kind of foundations you use on top of it. And I wish I could tell you what kind of foundations it was that you could use on top, but I haven't figured that out yet. There are some foundations that I can wear on top of this that work great, and it just smooths out my pores and gives like a perfect base. But other times the foundation pills up really bad. So that's to keep in mind. My mother uses this too, She loves it. I've got my aunt hooked on it. They have a concealer too, which I should have grabbed. It's comes in a green tube that actually it's the same consistency but lighter. So this is heavily silicone based, I believe. It is available at some Sephoras. Not sure about all of them. So there's that. This is also really pricey, but a little bit goes a long way. And I guess I will do my MAC foundations. Well, you already saw the tinted. Oh, I'll talk about this one. Okay, so this is the CoverFX Cream Foundation in C10, which has gone through the ringer. I don't know if you can see. It has like glitter and stuff all over it. This is the foundation that I am the most on the fence about. So it's supposed to be, I mean, it is a full coverage cream foundation, a lot like MAC's MAC's full coverage. Oof. My biggest problem with this is that I can't get it to look good on my skin. It's supposed to like perfect your skin, and I love their powder foundation, which I didn't include powder foundations in this, but I may do another video on that if you guys want it. So the thing is that one, this is extremely pigmented. I'll try and swatch it just so you can see. But I mean, it's so, yeah, you can see how, I mean, that was just me like running my finger over it. The thing is though, is that, I don't know if you're able to see, but it's so hard to blend. And I've used everything I can think of. I've buffed it in, I've used sponges, I've used, you know, regular foundation brushes, I've used my fingers, and it's so heavy that it pulls at my skin. So this is one, I mean, I keep it around. Sometimes I try and mix it with MAC's Face and Body mixing medium, but I mean, I don't know. I'm going to start speeding this up. Okay, Make It Forever HD. A lot of this is holy grail for a lot of people. I love it. It's lightweight. It looks like skin. It's pretty, I would say medium to buildable coverage. And yeah, I mean, it's really great. It's natural looking. There's tons of colors. I'm 115 in the summer and 120 in the, no, I'm 115 in winter and then 125 in summer, I think. Then this is kind of an interesting one. This is Benefit's Some Kind of Gorgeous Foundation Faker. And this is a really odd product. Okay, so it looks like this. Which I don't know if you can tell, but it looks like it's not going to match my skin. And I'm going to, it also has a really, here, yeah, see, you can tell. It's like, it looks like it's way darker. But when you blend it in, I mean, it blends in. This, I don't even know how to explain this. I mean, they call it a foundation faker, and it feels really oily. And I loved this for a really long time, and I wore it every day because it was easy. I could just swipe it all over my face. It hid imperfections. It was lightweight. But the thing is the grease kind of gets to me. Like, this is really greasy. And I have dry skin, so normally I like moisturizing foundations, but this one was just a no-go for me. I mean, you can tell I hit pan on it. I used it quite a lot. And I recently went back to try it again, and it just slides around my face. It says, fake it, don't cake it, with our shortcut to gorgeousness. But the thing is, though, is that it's so, I don't know, it just kind of sits on the skin funny. So that is that. They also now make it in 3 colors. This is the original. They now make it in dark and light. Okay, we're getting there. I'll go through kind of my randoms first. This is the LORAC Breakthrough Performance Foundation, oil-free anti-aging foundation with SMS complex, SPF 14, which is really weird. Why is it SPF 14? Anyways, this foundation I can only use in the winter. It kind of goes like this, which is kind of annoying because I don't know if you can tell, but the foundation just gets everywhere. And now it's not even going to go back in. Okay, but anyways, talking really fast. This one's definitely going to be longer than 15 minutes because I still have like 3 foundations to go. So, I mean, I don't mind this. I think it's nice. It's a little yellow on me. I would say that it is kind of, I wouldn't say luminous necessarily, but it's definitely glowy. It's not going to be a matte foundation. So there's that. Then there is the Fresh Umbrian Clay Fresh Face Foundation SPF 20. I like that this one has SPF 20. I think that this is pretty expensive, but it smells really good, and this color matches me really well when I'm super pale. This is Fair Isle, and this, I would say it's, well, I can read it to you. Umbrian Clay Fresh Face Foundation SPF 20 is a medium coverage foundation that refines the skin as it protects. Fresh's exclusive Umbrian Clay balances the complexion, while something I can't say, a microalgae extract, helps retain skin's natural moisture levels. That's why I like it. It is pretty moisturizing, and it's just really, I mean, I like it. I don't use it very often. It's kind of thick too. I mean, it's medium coverage, but it's thick to put on, and I like foundations that are lighter feeling. So there's that. I use this a lot when I go out. But my all-time favorite foundation for nights is, I think you guys have heard me talk about this before. It is the Georgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. Obviously, this one is number 4, which is what I match right now, and this one's 4.5, which is the color I am when I am tan. This foundation, it gives glowy, perfect, like, baby skin. I don't even know how to explain it. It is steep in price. I don't use it very often. You can tell I've had both of these. I've had this one for about 4 months. It's 30 milliliters. But I mean, just the coverage with this, it looks like your skin, but way better. And I like to mix it with their fluid shears. This one you can tell is super beat up. I've had this one forever. It's actually almost gone. This is number 7. And what I like to do is I just take 1 or 2 pumps of this and then 2 pumps of the Luminous Silk. And then I use that at night, and it's really gorgeous. I also have a fluid shear. I should have grabbed it. I think it's number 3. That's a really bronze one that I mix in with my 4.5. And then the last 2 are both MAC foundations. One of them is tried and true. A lot of people, this is their favorite foundation, and it is the MAC Studio Fix Fluid SPF 15. It looks like this. This is in C15, which is what I always get matched with, but it is way too light, and the smell is awful. Like, I wish it just smells fake and gross, and it doesn't, I don't know why I'm swatching, but whatever. This one's really, it makes my skin yellow, it oxidizes on me. I want to love it. If I use it for too long, it breaks me out. I mean, it is what it is. It is pretty full coverage. But like I said, I mean, it breaks me out. So it's kind of a no-go for me. But I know it works really well for a lot of people. It is a very matte finish. So if you are a person that likes heavier foundations, then that's one. And then the last one is what I've been wearing when I'm not wearing my tinted moisturizer, and I only have samples of these, but it is the MAC Pro Longwear SPF 10 foundation, and they come in bottles like this with pumps. And I've been mixing in C20 and in W20 because MAC's foundations are pink. Sorry guys. Pink based and yellow based, so I mix a little bit because I'm more neutral. I like this. It takes a while to dry down, and you're not supposed to powder it, so that's a little bit obnoxious because I don't like my face feeling sticky at all. So, I mean, that is what it is. You've seen me wear it in a couple videos recently, and, you know, I mean, I like it. It's a nice foundation. I just wish it had a quicker dry down time, and, I mean, that's all there really is. So those are my foundations. I'm planning on doing one about primers because I have almost as many primers as I do foundations. Like I said, if you want me to review any more of these in depth, do a look with them so you can see how they wear, just let me know in the comment bar, and I will see you guys soon.